Hey guys, welcome to the channel, Taking a Bathroom. The bathroom is the only place where you can place your gadgets in peace. All right, certified flushers. On this channel, we do product reviews and also tutorials. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and check out my ebook, bang, www.themanselfonfire.com. Also have a PayPal donation link somewhere in the description of the video. We're going to jump right into it. You already seen the thumbnail. Basically, I'm going to show you this new campaign that's going on, the importance of it. Now, I'm gonna take you to the website. I haven't been on this website in a while, so shout out to my subscriber that sent me this information, guys. Let's jump right into it, man. Yeah, Ace is teaming up with Homeland Security. Here we are, guys, right here, and you can see that basically MPA and Ace team up with Homeland Security to dismantle criminal piracy groups. Now, I'm gonna leave a link to this article in the description of the video, but basically go on and explain who Ace is and stuff like that. The thing that we want to get to this part right here. MPA and partners signed a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with ICE IPR Center. Late Wednesday, Homeland Security, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, announced that its IPR Center, the MPA, ACE, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Global Innovation Policy Center, plus industry marketing groups, CTAM, had formed a broad coalition to pool their content protection efforts. Now, it's what we consider a public-private relationship. So it's government entities working with private companies. That's why they signed that MOU. It's not a contract. It serves or acts as similar to a contract, but it's just a understanding that, hey, we're going to share resources. So for example, if I come across someone that I think is violating the U.S. digital policy or whatever, I'm going to give you their information, and then you could do whatever. You can come ahead and you can investigate them for money laundering. You can investigate them for bank fraud or violating the U.S. Copyright Acts or whatever. So basically, what they're saying is that, hey, we're going to get this information, turn it over to you, then you can investigate the individual or individuals for whatever. That's what's happening here. And also, in addition, we want to start a public awareness campaign. And this campaign really is going to, and this is what I say about the government, man, because we card cutters, we already know how this thing get down, right? They're going to use scare tactics to muddy the water, to try to make people think that if you get iptv, guess what's going to happen? They're going to steal all of your banking information. Well, if you're familiar with iptv use credit card processing companies. So these companies don't really have access to your information readily like that. Your stuff had to get processed through a credit card company, and at any time you can't dispute that. So it's not like they're taking your banking information and going shopping, okay? They also is going to say, hey, malware, you know, hey. Now granted, some websites you go to, they do put malware on your computers or whatever, but card cutter people, you know, if you got a shield or something and you using these movie TV show apps, we have tools if it's a new app that we can use to make sure that it doesn't have malware. But most of these apps that we use, been using for years, have not damaged our devices. The percentage is very low. So what they're going to do, they're going to use small examples, and then they're going to go ahead and push it out there into the public to, you know, scare people off. This, guys, in my opinion, you know, things are going to get hotter whenever you have the U.S. government getting involved in something like this. It's bringing more resources. It can root people out. And, you know, hey, look, someone that's been involved in the legal system and had to fight against the government for years, the government have way more resources than us, all right? So let's go ahead and see if I can turn my speakers up so you guys can hear this right quick. And we want to go ahead and play this video. We're gonna play two videos, and I'm gonna give you an example of how the campaign is gonna look.
Hi, I'm Katie Lenadell, and I'm going to be answering a few questions around video piracy that I often get asked. And for starts, let's break it down. What is piracy? Well, piracy is the unauthorized duplication of copyrighted content that is then sold to you at a considerably lower price than you'd expect to pay, or content that may be offered for free with the purchase of an unauthorized device. If it says it's free or inexpensive, or the price of the device is just too good to be true, boom, your radar should be going off. It probably is too good to be true. So what are the risks involved in downloading or streaming pirated content? Let's talk about malicious software known as malware. Piracy websites and apps may spread malware that infects your device or network, putting your personal information at risk. And the numbers don't lie. Studies have found that 1 in 3 sites that offer pirated content also deliver malware. And further, almost half of people who stream pirated content report malware attacks. Malware is not only annoying, but also can potentially ruin your computer. Another risk of downloading or streaming pirated content is identity theft. Criminals can use malware to infiltrate your computer and network to capture your valuable personal, medical, and financial information. The odds of getting something for free just aren't worth the potential damage. And unreliable services. Seemingly inexpensive piracy devices, apps, or websites, they often get shut down for distributing pirated content, leaving the users out to dry. So you may be asking, how do I avoid piracy? Avoid piracy by being a smart consumer. Be wary of free or very inexpensive top quality content offered by brands that you're not familiar with. I mean, really, when was the last time anything was truly free? Also, take notice of the warnings from your antivirus software and watch for disclaimers on unfamiliar content websites or devices. Disclaimers on these sites may include language along the lines of stating they don't endorse illegal activity, even if that's precisely what they are doing. And of course, research options to learn whether they're legit. Do your homework and see what others are saying about them. Are your friends using the site? Is it reputable? The list, it goes on, but just a few other points worth noting. Keep your software up to date, back up your data regularly, carefully manage and regularly change your passwords. Beware of unknown websites and emails from unknown sources or requests from sites that ask for any of your personal information over email. And lastly, do know that some websites, especially torrenting sites, may suggest you obtain a virtual private network or VPN before using them. VPNs are recommended by pirating sources because they help users disguise their device and location identity to avoid detection. This, of course, is a red flag. So there you have it, some information on piracy and how you can stay protected.
All right, guys, so that's sort of how the campaign is going to look. Now, here's my thought about this Stream Safe campaign. Now, this is absolutely brilliant. I want to digress for a second. If you look at this little PSA, that's exactly how I tell you guys how you should be advertising to your customers. Now, I'm not talking about the content, not what she's saying, but the format. So the first thing you see right there is that basically she had some nice music playing in this commercial. She seemed to be warm and inviting, and she seemed like she was there to help. Now let me point out the flaws in it. The flaws was that she used statistics. She didn't even use statistics. She used things that might have happened in the past, or lower percentage of people that cut the card, that are professional card cutters. A low percentage of us have been infected by this type of malware or whatever. Very low percentage, guys. Especially nowadays, the people have become more savvy in navigating, and you know the more reliable sites. So she kind of used that. Hey, your identity going to be stolen, your medical records. She said that they actually use VPN. Well, VPN actually helps the end user, but the reason why she tied that in is because if everyone was using VPNs, it would make it harder for Homeland Security to track down the amount of people that are using these services. So you can see the contradictions in the presentation, but she got all of her points across, and toward the end, like, hey, and by the way, don't use a VPN. I mean, so that's my opinion, man. That's what's coming. It's definitely getting hot. It's definitely going to be harder, guys. I want to show you this other video too, part of the campaign.
I'm Steve Francis with the National Intellectual Property Rights Coordination Center. We're all staying home more often, so the demand for entertainment is high. Criminals are taking advantage of that demand by offering illegal services that provide movies, TV shows, and live programming. But there's a catch. These illegal services can deliver malware that enables hackers to steal your credit card information, your bank passwords, and even your identity. Don't be a victim. stream safely from legitimate sources. For more information, visit the National Intellectual Property Rights Coordination Center website or streamsafely.com.
So there you have it, a campaign of fear. All right, guys, so welcome back. There you have it. My thoughts. IPTV companies are now being included in this. At first, it just was, movies and TV apps, but now, as you've seen and you heard, live programming. So IPTV companies, a lot of them was getting rid of 24/7s. A lot of them was getting rid of VOD because they didn't want to have anything stored. We always say as long as you don't have possession of it, you're just streaming it, then the laws get blurred in the US. But now this campaign that they're starting, it's highlighting streaming. It's highlighting streaming. So they really, when you read the article, they really didn't give you a ton of information of what laws, besides saying they're going to protect the digital laws, piracy laws in the US. They really didn't say what Homeland Security and ICE and all of that role would be. I'm thinking that because streaming is blurred, then they're going to go after people for bank fraud, money laundering, and stuff like that. It's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm not a lawyer, but I do play one on YouTube. Hey, it's your boy Taking the Baths. Until next time, peace. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit that notification button so you can be up to date with all of my latest videos.